405. 405. Soul Pods
Right, because
405.
O is a letter.
Listen, we are so glad you all tuned in today. We have some great information for you. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about what happened during Thanksgiving break. We're going to talk about some things that happened in the city. We're going to talk about vaccinations. We're going to talk about the culture, the people, the city. With us today, we have DJ Eddie Brasco on the ones and twos. We have Dr. Angel Wilson, Dr. A, PhD, with us. My name is Grace Franklin, and as you can see, we do not have David Three with us today. He's in Luther somewhere. I don't know where. But I miss you, David. I miss you.
I really miss you, Brandy.
Not Brandy.
That's what the song said. I'm so all alone.
I got okay. Yeah.
That's what he said.
So so today we have a show for you, right? We're going to talk about things. Do what Soul Pod 405 does.
Yes.
Top of the show. Do it. First thing we want to say, shout out to teachers.
Yes.
Why? Because they teach.
Heavy lifting.
Why? Because everybody ain't ready for it. Look, it's a skill. It's a calling. I think being a teacher is a calling.
It is. And like the ministry, because it is a ministry.
It is a ministry.
It is a ministry.
You are changing children's lives. I remember some of my favorite people are teachers.
You're changing their lives for the positive and sometimes for the negative.
So it's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. And it's important that you love it because they don't pay enough. They do not pay teachers enough. They work long hours. They buy supplies. You're only giving people a little bit of money. And these teachers buy supplies and everything else for kids out of their own money. And we don't appreciate them. But we do have somebody on the show that we're going to start off with that does an amazing event every year to honor teachers and support staff. Support staff is important as well.
Because you cannot have one without the other.
You cannot have one without the other.
That's true.
So we are going to bring on right now Kareem Muhammad. Kareem, are you with us?
I'm here.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. It's our pleasure to have you with us today. So I know that you have an amazing event. This is the 7th year, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So are you the founder of the Teachers Appreciation Foundation?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How did that come about?
About a decade ago, I wanted to do something special for retired school teachers. The mustard seed thought I wanted to do something unique and unprecedented for retired school teachers. So I approached my mom, which she's been an educator for over 40 years. So I said, Mom, she was about to retire at the time. I said, Mom, I want to do something special for you guys. She said, what do you have in mind? I said, a banquet or something. I was just brainstorming.
Yeah.
She said, I've been to enough of those, something different to do. So I took that critique, went back home, and it was just embedded in my soul and my gut. I said, Mom, I got it. This is what I want to do. I want to honor you guys in a special type of way.
Right.
So she said, well, have you ever heard of a custodian or a school bus driver, cafeteria staff? She was just naming off all these different other pieces to the puzzle that feeds the tree, the apple, the education tree. So I said, no, I haven't. She said, well, include that, then you have something. And the rest is history. I came up with the TAF Awards, which is the Grammys for dignitaries, educators, and support staff.
Yeah, that is wonderful. So you started this as a way to honor retired teachers because your mother's an educator, was a teacher. And so she brought up the idea for the support staff, right? Those other
correct. Can't have one without the other.
Can't have one without the other. This is so awesome. So how has this grown over the years that you've noticed? How has this grown?
It's grown tremendously. Over the years, of course, you have turbulent times, trial and error, a lot of mistakes, obviously, going to be made when you moving in your purpose. But it has grown tremendously. Not only in Oklahoma, we do this. We service, all over the country. We've been in Beijing, China. We've been in New Jersey. Wichita, Kansas. This year we're adding Dallas, Fort Worth, and Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Oh wow!
Will be a part of the TAF Awards this year. So yeah, it has grown.
Awesome.
Sometimes it gets overwhelming, but it's overwhelming in a good way. You know, I wouldn't ask for anything more.
Absolutely. So you talked briefly about walking in your purpose and the growing, of this.
That's why I was nodding my head.
Yes, then the growing of this idea into this award show that is in different states and different countries. What would you tell people who have an idea, like they want to start a recognition, they want to do something like this to honor people, and they just don't know where to start? What would you tell them?
First thing, and I don't want this to sound like a cliche, but you have to follow what you believe in, because that's what's going to make it organic. If you believe it, you can most definitely achieve it. So that's the first prerequisite before you start anything. Then I encourage you to find a mentor or somebody that you can even study from afar. It's people that I study that I never met before, but I read a lot. I read books. I read different, vernaculars that they use in interviews and things of that nature. So find a source that you can really study and attach yourself to.
Right.
And stick with it. The name of the game is consistency. Once you start, don't not stop. Do not stop.
Yeah. That's awesome. Brother, that's awesome. So
thank you.
So do you have partners that help you, or I see you have some sponsorship. How did you start to build your sponsorship? How did you do that?
Right. This is like the real Grammys.
That's what
it says on the flyer. This is the Grammys for education. Thank you very much.
It's the analogous to a mini Grammys. I'm not afraid of no. I go, presentation is everything, and perception serves a big part of getting things done, getting results. So, when I go and I present my resume to certain people, I get told no. I get told no a zillion times, but that just fuels me, it keeps me going. So in the midst of my, my journey and my trial and error, I said, regardless of who's supposed to be a part of this, I have to keep going, because the end result is to show and prove. And I'm not sounding braggadocious, but the end results, the end results is I got to make this happen by any means, by all means. So.
So you said something important I want to come back to, Kareem, is when you said you're not afraid of the no. I think a lot of times we get so turned off or scared when somebody says, nah, it's a good idea, but no, I don't want to do it. How do you push through that? How do you kind of dust it off in a way? Not to say that the no is not, but how do you dust that off and then just move forward?
You have to go back to what I previously said about the prerequisite. As long as you believe, and you almost have to get some type of how can I put this? You have to get into the I don't care mode, for the lack of a better phrase I'm looking for. In terms of, it doesn't matter what this person say, in terms of not wanting to be a part of it, because everything is not for everybody. Even though everyone has sat in a classroom, even though you can't do anything from birth, everybody's been associated with the group of people that I honor each year.
Right.
So that's the thing about what I do. I have to be like, okay, I have to keep this going. I have to keep the engine going. Like, how can you not be a part of something that you always been a part of?
Right.
And so
have you had people who in the beginning maybe didn't do sponsorship? Have they come around later on and said,
like, who are the people that you haven't worked with yet? Who are your dream collaborators or your dream sponsors in a world where you can have whatever you want? There is no budget.
Right.
Who are your dream sponsors and collaborators?
Wow. As far as collaborators, I do want, and forgive me, I forget the lady's name. She started the Trumpet Awards. Are you guys familiar with the Trumpet Awards?
I do. I know who you're talking about in her name. I can't remember
Yeah.
her name, but I know who you're talking about.
I want to sit and talk with that lady and cherry pick her brain because she represents it's not she represents somebody that comes and had a mustard seed thought and she built it. She have the A-listers, the B-listers there. It's not it doesn't have that corporate feel to it. It's like it feels home. It feels it just feels more organic when I watch the Trumpet Awards opposed to the Emmys or the Academies, and those award shows have been around for eons. But yeah, I would love to collaborate with her. And I've been trying to reach out to her. I know some people in the Atlanta area that know some of her constituents, so I have been trying to reach out to her. When in terms of sponsorships and things of that nature, yeah, I want a Sprite, yeah, I want a Coca-Cola, yeah, I want the major leagues, that write those big checks, and I'm most definitely pursuing that because I aim high, I aim real high.
It's
and
important.
You get out what you put in. Yeah, you get out what you put in. So I have a passion for it, of what I do, and so I think big. So I focus. My aim is big. So
Gotcha. So the event is Saturday, February 6th. I understand
correct.
Tickets are on sale now. So if you're in the public and you want to support this event, you can get tickets and you can come and support and be there to celebrate.
And even if you can't be there, you can still buy a ticket.
You can
still support.
Yep, and give it
Exactly.
somebody if you can't go. Anything else you want to tell us about the event? Go ahead and give us the big kickoff for the event.
The elevated speech.
Well, as I say this humbly. I can't do this without you. Even this platform, I thank you humbly. We can't do this without the support of the people. And I encourage you to visit our website. It's TAF5.org. That is TAF, the number 5.org. And you can get all the intel, the info you need to know about the TAF Awards, which is the Grammys for dignitaries, educators, and support staff.
I like it.
Again, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you again to your listeners. I thank you. We cannot do this without the support of you. So I thank you humbly, and we'll see you guys in February.
Absolutely. February 6th. You all, we do appreciate Kareem Muhammad being on here. Yes. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Some jewels with us, some words of motivation for people trying to do some things they may have dreams about.
I know.
And absolutely.
It is. And how do I get on this? I need to be awarded. Where my Grammy? Where my teacher Grammy? My educator Grammy?
I can't.
Hey, timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
That's what Brother Muhammad said. Timing is everything.
Yeah.
He's trying to say no. It's not your turn.
It's not your time.
Why would you do that to me?
Thank you, brother. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
me. Have a good
one. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yay.
Yay. So listen.
Come on, Kareem. Why can't you get no Grammy?
You can't get a Grammy. Are we still live?
Associated with it. We don't want to keep calling the Grammy. We don't want no trouble.
Him said that it was the Grammys for the educators.
It's liking too for educators.
How important it is.
The dignitary.
Yes, I think it's a great idea.
I think it's wonderful.
It is.
So please go to the website. The event is on Facebook. If you're a Facebooky person, you can find the event there. Buy a ticket, and like Dr. A was saying, even if you can't go, let's say you're like, I can't go to this. I don't have no pantyhose to put on. Even if you can't go, buy a ticket and support. This is a wonderful. We always talk about how teachers need to be acknowledged. Well, this event is acknowledging them and the staff support.
Yeah.
And the bus drivers. Come on, how many bus drivers do you know?
They got my grandpa was a bus driver. He was. When he retired, and he would let me sit on the bus right in the seat behind him. I was little. I loved it.
All of those things. Listen, my favorite bus drivers are the ones that will stop the bus and be like, what is wrong with you? Right. Sit down. Or you get off the bus and, there's been fights, or sometimes when people have tried to abduct people, bus drivers are the ones who say, hold on, who are you?
Right. You're not the usual person to pick them up. You're not the usual person to pick them up.
Who are you? Who is that, baby? You know that. Get back on the bus. Get back on the bus.
That's
so, protection custodians.
Yes.
Those people who keep the schools clean.
Man,
and at this point,
especially now.
Good grief.
Right.
They are risking their lives. To make sure your children are in healthy, clean, sanitized spaces, and they're so important. So again,
putting themselves in jeopardy.
In jeopardy, Yeah. So again, support those who are doing things for people who are the foundations of our communities. Foundation. TAF Awards 2021.
I know.
All right. So let's do the weeks and rewind.
Find the replay. Do you got the horn?
That's not.
He said no.
He didn't put on.
Brasco said no.
Brasco said no. So, one thing that happened during these past weeks, the last time that we've seen you, these Rona numbers in this great state of Oklahoma have been popping.
They need to stop.
Hospitalizations have gone up. Doctors and nurses are sick of y'all. They want y'all to put on the mask, and not just put on the mask. Social distancing.
Sit down. Not even 2 words. Sit down.
Social distance. They want you to try to stay at home. The bubble, right?
But people
You're
don't want
to be in a bubble.
People so just don't want to do.
A bubble are the people that you're around all the time.
Who are the ones that you're with? Like, we're together all the time.
So that's a bubble.
Like, literally all the time.
So DJ Eddie Brasco is kind of in our bubble.
When he ain't juking it up.
He's in our bubble.
After dope vibes only.
So not just in your household, the bubble of people that you're with, right? Try to just stay in that. No new friends, as they say. No new friends.
Y'all be getting mad when I say that.
This is not the time.
They get mad when I say that.
This is not the time.
It's not the time for y'all to be exploring new adventures. This is not.
Gotta know who you're. Washing your hands is important. It's not just the wearing of the mask that you need to be changing, because y'all can't keep wearing these same nasty mags with makeup.
And they said, like, you know how people hang them in their car on the, on the visor or whatever, on the camera. I mean, not the camera, the rearview mirror. I'm sorry. So they said stop doing that. Yeah. Because you letting the particles go back into your car and fly through you, because you got your heat or your air on.
Right. So it's just flying in your face. You're just blowing it back.
What do they want? They need to give us masks. They want us to buy them. They want us to wear them. They want us to wash them.
So Oklahoma need to get it together. The rest of the country does too. So our Mayor Holt, put down 10 days.
For Oklahoma City. Yeah, Oklahoma City mayor.
Put down 10 days of basically, what is it, social distancing? Was it a lockdown?
It wasn't a lockdown, but he literally, what it reminded me of when I saw it come through, it was literally like, you know how when your grandma or your big mama, whoever, your Madeir, when they were, when you were in there playing or doing whatever, and they told you, all right, so you got 10 minutes to do whatever it is that you're going to do, right? 10, like my granny would say, you got 10 minutes to get off this Nintendo. Because when she was talking about the Nintendo, and she would always say, Nintendo, you got 10 minutes to get off this Nintendo and get your lesson, right? And even though what do we do as people? All right. Anytime somebody say we only got a few minutes, all right. And what happens? They just say, okay, well, you got 5 minutes to count down. Right. And then what happened at the 10 minutes? Y'all still on the Nintendo. Jacking up. So that's what, now what do they got to do? Now Granny come in and she knocks up, she's snatching cords, she throwing your joystick, she don't care about your controller, she don't care nothing about, Granny, this cost, don't nobody care nothing about this.
Get off.
Did not tell you 10 minutes. So to me, that was the equivalent of Mayor Holt trying to be like a grandma, but not really. He needed some more bass in his voice.
He needs some more bass.
But he literally was like, y'all, can we please just do 10 days of y'all sitting down somewhere? Go sit down. Like, get your stuff and go sit down.
That 10 days was rough because it
was Thanksgiving,
fell right in the middle of it. And I was like,
and people are like, you can't tell me I can't be thankful.
You can't tell me I can't have my turkey and chitlins. Great debate. Chitlins.
No.
We still eating chitlins?
Yeah, you know the people eat. People gonna eat what they eat. Okay.
And again, I'm not mad at chitlins. I don't judge people for eating chitterlings. I just need you to clean them so your house doesn't smell like a outhouse. Because if I come in there and you're cooking chitlins and it smells like an outhouse, that means you're in there eating fecal matter. That's what it is. The chitlins ain't clean. Buckets, red buckets, dirty red. Oh, God.
Look, them red buckets serve for good. Anytime you got to clean, you put that, you put just some hot water, some little bleach, some kind of cleaning solution in there.
Yeah.
That's red a good bucket to clean with.
Them buckets good.
Throw that lid
but
away.
Did everybody enjoy their Thanksgiving? Did you go out of town? Did you go out of town?
No.
Okay.
You know, no.
Okay. Eddie, did you go out of town? Nope. Everybody was in town.
Yeah, we was in town.
I think it was okay.
Keeping it with, like you said, with your bubble.
Keep it with your bubble.
The people with, because I do think, and here's my thing. I know that people are sick of it. I know y'all sick. We can't. And then I was just talking to a friend yesterday, and of course we understand I'm covered by the blood. And like we all gonna die sometime. I'm gonna live my life. And my thing is always, but why can't all of the things be true?
Right.
You can be covered by the blood. You can live your life, but you can be safe too, or you can be responsible too. Why do it have to be in either or?
It can be all of the things.
It can be all of the things.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving, I think this year is a little different. I know some people are trading off. They feel like, well, since I didn't travel for Thanksgiving,
they're like, you can't take my Christmas.
I'm traveling for Christmas.
You can't take my Christmas. All my colognes.
No, they going on Christmas.
Yeah, they're going. Yeah.
Which okay, I get it. The airlines are ready. They're excited.
That's what they say.
They're like, please come. We need to keep our jobs. I don't know about flying. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they say we're going to have to see about these numbers that come next week after the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because apparently yesterday was like the largest death date that we have had.
It's rough.
And it just keeps on rough. Going up.
Maintain your bubble. Okay, other things happening in the news locally. We did have a shooting. There was a police shooting of a 15-year-old boy. And I call him a boy.
Because he was 15.
Y'all calling him a man.
Right. He was 15.
A suspect. He's a boy. 15-year-old Stavion Rodriguez. Mm-hmm. So, Stavion was coming out I think it was a convenience store. Mm-hmm. So, allegedly robbing it. Mm-hmm. And when he got out, there were 5 cops there, right? They asked him to put the gun down. From video I saw, he was putting the gun down. So you can't drop a gun. Police be like, drop the gun. You can't really drop a gun. Because if I drop the gun and it goes off and it fires, you're going to shoot me. So I got to put it down. So he had one hand up. He was putting it down from what I saw. And then he did a movement where he put the hand up, he put it down a little bit. And then they shot him. 5 officers shot him. One officer did shoot him non-lethally, but the rest shot him. Shot
yeah, it was like, how many shots?
It was a lot. It was too many for a 15-year-old boy.
Right.
Yeah, it was too many.
That's already hanging out a window.
Well, he was standing there.
But I'm saying, he was coming out the window.
Yeah, he was already standing there. He was putting the gun down. He was putting it down. I don't understand.
But you can use the blanket term. Me and some friends were talking about this. The whole blanket term of, like with police in general, not just these recent shootings this year and last year, but literally that blanket term of, I fear for my life or I fear for my safety. And it's like, interestingly enough, that is like a white flag that gives them
carte blanche.
Anytime, because you're like, I fear for my safety. I fear for my life. And literally they can shoot a cannon off at your house. And you're like, wait, what happened?
So this is part of the debate about de-escalation, the use of force. This is one of the things we always talk about as Black people. Like, even if I do what you say do, even if I follow the commands. Now they're saying he wasn't following the commands. He was scared. When people are scared, they may do an involuntary movement. Right. He didn't do the movement with the hand that had the gun. It was the hand that was up. Talking about he was putting it close to his waistband. His hands were just up. You could see his waistband. Wasn't nothing in his waistband. What are y'all talking about? There has to be, I'm not even going to say training. I'm going to say that it's the whole culture of the police department itself. You cannot. 5 people don't need to shoot one person. That doesn't even make sense. What are you doing?
Right? Can y'all synchronize?
Can it be one and just go for the knee?
No, but remember. So I remember this conversation way back when they were like, "Well, no, we used to try to do." The non-lethal shootings and, shoot them in the leg or shoot them in the knee. But, sometimes people were not being incapacitated. So they kept coming. We shot them in the knee. So now we got to do something else.
Listen, if you shoot somebody in the knee, they keep coming, so be it.
I'm going to say. Because that might not have been a person. That was a RoboCop. That was a RoboCop or a zombie.
Whatever. But I'm going to say, let's go with the knee on 98. I'm going to say 98% of people ain't going to be moving. Can we go with the,
with your leg or something? Now, granted,
pop the knee.
We know that bullets can travel, so it can't even be. Yeah, we know bullets can travel, and it can, even if you do shoot them in the knee, it can go and
they're all that.
Yeah, but it's like, wow, can we at least try something?
Something else. The first shot is in the chest. That's like, the first shot. Like that's what it is. I think, or where's the non-lethal option? Where's the beanbag, which are the rubber bullets are real problematic.
Right, all of that.
I'll take a rubber bullet over an actual bullet, and just don't hit me in the head with it. But that's another thing for the knee and the leg.
Where's the tear gas? Where's all that? Because y'all was masked up. Y'all was masked up before we was masking up. Shoot, what's tear gas?
There has to be other options than just shooting this child's body up 57 times because y'all talk about he made an involuntary, a sudden movement. That's not going to work. Where was the taser?
I'm telling you.
You ain't got no taser.
Where the Billy Club, like all the things.
Man. Come on, man. Where are all the things?
But I don't have to because I fear for my life.
I fear for my life. So
and that's my flag. That's my magic password. I fear for my life.
Shout out and love out and condolences to Stavion Rodriguez family, to his friends. He's 15 years old. So his peer group is 15, 16, 17 years old.
14
years old. That's a tough age to really to see your friend get murdered. To know that your friend is killed. And I don't appreciate, let me say one more thing. I don't appreciate the messaging of community leaders and community activists as if they are siding on the side of people who commit crimes. That's not what they're siding with. What we're siding with are human beings. A human being, regardless of what they're doing, if it's not violent, even if they are robbing the store, even if they are, they still deserve dignity.
Don't get to kill.
You don't get to kill them. You don't get to make that judgment. You don't get to decide that. That's not how that works. Your job is to arrest and detain and let the legal system do its job. Your job is not to convict and execute people just because they are doing behavior that may be deemed as criminal.
Right. And isn't everything allegedly?
Until
I mean, that's what y'all say. All I'm saying is it's like literally everything gets to switch. It gets to be different. So any other time it was allegedly. Or we can't prove X, Y, Z. Right. Okay, so why do you get to, like you said, convict and execute? Make up your mind. Which one is it? I'm sick of all these rules for different people. Like everybody got different rules. And we've been talking about this. The elders been talking about this. The ancestors talking about this. How is it still that we're talking about this?
I think it's still a problem because the culture of policing is based in slavery. And that's what it is. So there's a lot of inhumane treatment of Black people. But as a friend of mine who is a police officer, yes, I know police officers, you got to. All right. You do. Police officers shoot some white folks too. They just don't do it as much, but they will. Especially white poor people. You know what I mean? So, okay. Anyway,
yes, change the subject.
Stavion Rodriguez. We fight for you, brother. We fight for you, brother. Right. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, national news. Vaccination. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why my fingers are doing like this. I'm sorry. Vaccination. So,
yes.
The companies have come out. It's about 2 or 3 companies.
AstraZeneca's stock went down. It dipped.
Did it?
After who was it? After Pfizer. So remember, AstraZeneca was like first, I think.
Yeah. Is that the one that had the vaccine on the ice that can't nobody afford? Is that the one?
Well, they were the ones that came out first, and they said that it was like a 70-something%. Basically, a 70-something% good, right? Yeah. And then Moderna and Pfizer and stuff came out with, they got some 90%. So AstraZeneca stock said, like, I get you. Like,
if I can get 90%,
right? Close only counting horseshoes.
Listen, that's that's a C.
You can't be mixing up no vaccination cocktail on me. Talking about, well,
it's 70% effective.
I'm like, that's a D.
70 is a C.
That's a D. Shoot.
Oh.
I'm like, it's a D when it comes to your health.
It's a D. But yeah, so vaccines coming out for whatever this is, if they say it's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know. Coming. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say this like this. First of all, SoulPod 405 wants you to know
it's not responsible for the views
relayed on this show. Also, please make your own decisions based on you and your medical provider's advice.
Yes.
These are just discussions about medicine and health. These are not recommendations. I am not a medical doctor. Okay.
These are the opinions of the podcasters.
The opinions of the podcasters. So vaccines, right? Polio vaccine. It worked. Pretty good. No polio. What? I'm just saying.
It's pretty good. You only had a little bit of polio left.
Just a little bit. United States. I don't even know. Can you get polio?
Got a little bit.
You got to go out the country to get polio. All right.
What's wrong with you?
So okay, it was good.
I hope y'all are commenting right now. Please comment on her.
Polio, it's good.
Please comment.
Isn't there like a whooping cough vaccine or something like that?
Pertussis.
It's good.
Y'all done seen that commercial about the pertussis?
Good. All right, little meningitis. There's the meningitis macaroni.
No, you talking about the MMR.
Yeah.
That's the mumps. Mumps and rubella.
Mumps has and the rubella. There was a whole thing. That was a thing. People died.
Yeah, that came back. Right.
Yeah, because people went out of the country. Rich white people brought it back. So all of those vaccines work, right?
Something's wrong too.
But what you have to remember, those vaccines were tweaked a long time.
Yeah.
This push out on these vaccines now, listen, who y'all test this on? One of the big things, did y'all test these on black people? On black women? I'm a black woman. Did you test it?
So here's the thing. So, yes, if we think about it, obviously, throughout history, just like anything else, you got to start somewhere. I get that. I get all the conversations like, we got to start somewhere, and it ain't going to be 100% because you got to, you know, test it and see.
Right.
My hesitations about any kind of vaccines, especially as we continue to, grow and move forward and evolve, is that Black people, we got a bad taste in our mouth because we're always sacrificed.
Yep.
And we ain't forgot. We ain't forgot like Tuskegee. We ain't forgot Henrietta Lacks.
Yeah,
we ain't forgot, man. So we were just talking about mandatory sterilizations. Like, what was that? A month ago? 2 months ago?
Mandatory sterilization.
Like, so Black people haven't forgotten. And my thing is, again, I'm not saying that that's the blanket or that's what's going to happen. But we literally, because more information is out there, now everybody has access to everything. It's not just hidden in a library book. Like you pop on the web and you can find all these things.
Right.
And so that is always my hesitation is, so y'all want Black people to try it first. We encourage y'all to try it first because y'all the ones being harmed the most. Well, yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we gonna do? So it is hard. So how do you, if that's the case, and if the vaccine is good and we need it because it is harming our community, then then y'all got to take it to be able to,
Right.
But I feel like a lot of people in various Black communities, that is the hesitation. But then you do have people that's like, whatever, where's the vaccine? I'm with it.
Right.
Just like the flu, Give it to me. I got
flu
you.
vaccine.
I need it.
I need it. Give me the flu vaccine. Give me the shot. Give me the shot. Yeah. I think that what I'm hearing and what kind of bothers me a bit is people pushing back when Black people say, "Oh, we have concerns." That was the other day. Joy Behar. I don't appreciate it. I said what I said. I don't appreciate it.
Well, and we just said literally, there were sterilizations. We just talked about this 2 months ago.
So what she was saying was like, because I think one of the other hosts brought up the Tuskegee experience. She's like, well, that was isolated. It wasn't isolated. It wasn't isolated. That was the one that was reported on. But Black peoples, particularly in the South, were experimented on with all type of drugs. It wasn't just the Tuskegee experiment that happened that affected Black men and women. That it didn't just happen there, and that wasn't the only thing. I don't appreciate the dismissal of the concern of abuses against Black bodies in the medical profession. Yes. It has happened in general. But specifically in medicine.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, in general. And that's what I'm saying. So whether it's COVID, whether it's vaccines, in general, we know that the statistics show that Black people, we have high numbers of distrust with medical professionals. We have high levels of, hey, well, I told my doctor this, but they didn't take it seriously. Like this, all of this stuff is still happening. The whole hassle and having to basically plead your case as a human, as a person, to get the care that you need, that you deserve, that somebody else will
automatically give when they walk in.
Yeah, that is happening right now.
Yeah. So all that has to be taken into consideration.
Right. Take this vaccine, it's good for you.
And when you say that and then say, we're going to give it all to the Black community and then lightly threaten, we'll attach these to benefits.
Right.
Like if you don't take it, this may affect. So Flight 405 is not saying that's what's happening right now. We're just talking about what's on the word on the street. Word on the curb. Word on the curb is you talking about attaching it to benefits that people need, like food benefits and housing.
Absolutely.
And saying if you don't take it, then you can't live in public housing.
Right.
You can't get, that's whack.
Now let me throw this in there because I already know the people have been talking about this too. So those parents that are non-vaxxers, right? And they're like, now y'all see what we were talking about. We didn't want to vaccinate our kids and y'all shunned us. And it's like,
not quite.
I don't know if it's necessarily. Susie, it's not the same. I don't think. You see how your voice said, I don't know that it's the same. But I have, that's that bulldozer in the outside. Right. So on the side, on the side porch, just so y'all know, it is a home. And it's a side porch, and we are here for all of the shenanigans. There's a home being built, and there's a bulldozer, and they have the street blocked off because they're getting their utilities and water line put in right now.
Your line put in.
So anyway, we're black.
So the point is this: if you want to get the vaccination, do your research to get the vaccination.
And they said, here's the thing.
What?
This is important. So. Talking about the vaccines, they also said, at first we thought people were going to be able to choose which one. You're not going to be able to choose which one. They're going to give you whichever one. Yes. So whether it comes from whoever. So whether it comes from, like if you want to be like, well, I want the AstraZeneca one.
Right.
I want the Pfizer one. I want the Moderna one. They were like, and boom, this is what you got. Right. Which is a whole other issue. Why we can't? You don't know which one
I want. And they might be like, well, your insurance won't pay. Okay, I'll pay for it.
You need 2 injections, but your insurance only do half of one. So who gonna pay for the other one to have injection you need?
Oh, Lordy. So do your research, do what you need to do. There are natural things to boost your immune system. Because one thing about COVID, it's flu season, right? It's cold season.
They're calling it a twindemic.
Yeah. So it's you have to boost your immune system. There are certain things you can do to boost your immune. One, quit eating processed food. Huh? Hello? Do what now?
What's processed? What do you consider processed?
Processed is anything that comes, you got to open a bag. or something that's that you put in a microwave to cook, that's processed.
Anything, it's delicious.
Anything, all the Hot Pockets, the pizza bagels, all that shit y'all like to plug in for all your kids.
Chips. Them chips that change your fingers' colors.
Everything with orange dye.
Right. Red dye number 21 or whatever it is.
Blue in your mouth. Ooh, all of that's processed.
That's so much things.
So many things. And I'm not saying, get rid of them, but this is the time of year where you do need some real.
To monitor.
Yeah, you need some real food. This is why during this time of year when we were kids, we'd eat a lot of chili, a lot of soup. A lot of things with beans.
Yeah, because exactly like Rascal said, they are sneaking in the vegetables, and they probably done put some shots of lemongrass and all this stuff in there. You're like, it tastes funny. They done put you with some lemongrass, some dill weed, all of that is in there. And you're like, is it? They're like, marjoram, all them herbs and spices that when y'all go to the store, you're like, who's using this?
Your people used to use
They showed it all of that. All of that. You're like, what is a marjoram?
And also this is a great time for juicing, things like that. Things that just boost your immune system.
Yeah.
Drinking plenty water. Getting some vitamin C. Getting sleep.
Man.
Sleep. Sleep is important.
Sleep is part of natural healing.
It is. Your body heals when it is asleep.
Because it's resting.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand, like, for real. We said at the same time because sleep is, if Jerome was here, if Jerome Braggs, we'd have been like, you deserve to have a delicious life, and that means that you have delicious sleep.
You have delicious sleep.
So,
it's,
man, because most people, they done already said that most people are not getting sleep. This again, pre-COVID and all of this stuff that most people don't get the proper amounts of sleep anyway.
Right. So, right. So, other thing is, get your sleep, get your rest, plan your weekend. Plan your weekend. Okay, so plan your weekend. Your weekend. The other thing that happens is
there's other stuff. There's other stuff that you can do to also boost your immune system. You should totally look it up. Look it up. Go ahead and Google. Y'all Google everything. So please go ahead. Not ginger, ginger, turmeric, all of that. But it's literally you just Google. Just Google about ways to boost your immune system. Nobody's asking you to go out and buy 30,000 things and become a vegan or become, literally just kind of small things for you to think about as you
go through this wintry season.
Oh, you know what you didn't say?
What?
That they need to cover up their nose and neck.
Oh my God!
Because the cold gets into your throat. It goes the cold air and everything, the wetness and all of this wherever you are, and the coldness goes in through your nose, goes down your throat or whatever.
You know what else happens to help your immune system?
What?
Cuffing season.
Now look,
it is proven. It is proven that sweet kisses and delicious feelings helps boost your immune system because it releases all the things that you need to help boost your immune system.
It is.
Now,
it gets your endorphins popping.
It gets your endorphins
serotonin sipping.
Yeah. So it might. But again, it's tricky because you got a bubble, so you can't be out here meeting a bunch of new people. But it's still good for you. I'm just telling you.
It is.
It's good for you. It's good for you.
I know.
It's good for you.
Some little sweet things. I love a little sweet, tender.
Sweet things.
A little sweet, tender.
So, other thing we want to just remind you of, it is the Christmas holidays. So, we definitely
all types of winter holidays.
It's time for shopping. Please do not forget Black businesses, small Black businesses in your communities. Back to my roots, bookstores, Bell Publishing, all the places, Black Umbrella, Dope Vibes.
Dope Vibes
only. Get you some apparel.
Seasoned.
Get you some apparels. Get you some things from local.
That's what they said. Don, we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. That's what it. Yeah, that's what they said.
That's what it means. That's what it means.
Don Wiener gay.
So
gay means happy.
We want you to get ready for Christmas. We want you to
whatever winter holidays you will be.
Get your
whatever. You might be into Boxing Day, or I mean, I know that's usually the United Kingdom, but Boxing Day, or Hanukkah, winter solstice. You gonna get it popping? Yeah, you gonna get it popping.
One more thing. Soap Pod 405 about Thanksgiving. Soap Pod 405 does not support the myth of Thanksgiving or pilgrims. We do believe in the sovereignty of First Nations and Indigenous people. And we rebuke and push past and dismantle the lie of the pilgrim.
How do you, I remember even as a kid, I was so confused. How do you go somewhere and you find something that ain't lost? How do you just be like, I found it, I discovered it.
It's mine.
It is people there. You're like, nope. I conquered y'all.
It's mine.
You are conquered. Come with me.
House.
Like, what?
Just bust in somebody's house. This is my house.
I'm so confused. Even as a kid,
that's how
you get in trouble. And it being because they'll say, "Well, you're being disrespectful to the lesson." What?
All I know is we enjoy the turkey. We enjoy the family.
All of the delicious foods.
Rebuke.
We do rebuke discovering something that was not lost.
The myth of the pilgrim, and we stand firmly on the glory and the rise of Indigenous people once again in this land. Yay!
I know that's right.
So,
especially in Oklahoma. No, you ain't gonna do it. You gonna do it here? Not with the red dirt, the red clay. No, how dare you?
How dare you with the red clay?
Come on.
How dare you?
No, you didn't.
So listen, get ready. Christmas is coming. Next time we talk to you all, we'll be talking about a little different things.
That's true. You didn't talk about the debates that was popping on.
Cornbread.
The debates, that was funny.
Okay, so
like, here's the question.
Here is the question. Can you make cornbread dress? First of all, let's go back. There's a difference between stuffing and dressing. Stuffing is made with bread primarily. It's bread. So
and it goes in.
And you stuff it, stuffing, and you cook it in the actual bird. But the makings of it, because you put dressing in that way too, but it's not. It's still dressing. It's still cornbread dressing, opposed to stuffing. So anyway, you gotta do what you gotta do. I can't do it. We gotta go. Talk to y'all later.
Are we getting off?
Yes, we're gone.
Well, we appreciate y'all.
we had
a shorter session today, and so, but we miss y'all. We look forward to talking with y'all next time.
We'll be back. Thank you. Good night. All right. So